Hey everyone, in this video we're hauling a Big Cat 325 up through the Pennsylvania mountains to Girard, Ohio. Hey everyone, Cliff here with Hamilton Transportation. Supposed to be headed to the port to pick up a Cat 325 this morning. So I was over here, I did my pre-trip on my truck and was getting around this side and thumping tires and making sure everything was good. And this set of duals, so this is the tire I just replaced, 2 weeks ago, not even 2 weeks ago. And I come over here and I thump it, and it's definitely does not have the pressure in it that it should. So I went and got my gauge and put it on there, and it was at 35 pounds of air pressure. So I started putting air in it, and I got to about 70 psi, and I heard it leaking. So what are the chances the same tire, look at that big ass nail in it, and it's right in the shoulder of the tire, so I doubt they'll even be able to repair it. I'm probably gonna have to replace this tire again. Brand new tire. But that's my day so far. About 20 minutes of work and I'm already going to the shop. Luckily I live in Carlisle. My truck's in Carlisle, right along the pike, and there are shops everywhere. So I'm just gonna head over here to the boss shop behind the Flying J, and yeah, we'll see about getting this tire hopefully fixed. But usually if there's something in the shoulder like that, they won't fix it. I'm probably gonna end up having to put another tire on the stupid thing. Tires are too expensive to replace every 2 weeks, week and a half. Alright, I'm gonna go in here and see if we can get this thing in the shop, get this tire fixed. Alright, so there's a truck in front of me. So she said she's gonna have to wait until they get somebody else into the shop to work on it. So they've got a road call and a guy that's been waiting all night. So she told me to pull behind bay 3 and they'll let me know when they can get to it. So I'm gonna go get some fuel while we wait. And then I'll come back and hopefully it won't be too long before they can get it in there and honestly probably replace the tire. I don't think they'll be able to plug it just because of where the nail is. It's right on the shoulder, and usually they will not plug a hole that's on the shoulder of a tire. But we'll see, maybe they will. Alright, we got some fuel. Now we'll go back here and continue our wait. All right, well, hopefully this will not take too long. We are limited to sunset, but I mean sunset's still pretty late, so hopefully this doesn't take too long. We can still go down to the port, get there before lunch maybe, and get this excavator, and then we can get up and get at least close to delivery in the morning, and we'll just have to, you know, take it as it comes. All right, so it is about 3 hours later, actually 3.5 hours later. It's about 10:30, got here at 7. So we got a new drive tire put on here. It's an Ironman, which I'm not thrilled about, but I guess it's just as good as the one we took off. So she tried to plug it or to patch it, but because of where it was, the nail was right on the shoulder, and it went in at a funky angle, and she couldn't get it to seal, so it was just leaking past the plug she put in it. So I ended up buying a new Ironman drive tire, so that cost me about $500 this morning. So she wanted to match the inside, the depth of the inside tire, which is good, but the only drive tire they had used was retreaded a year ago and had already been patched once. And I didn't want to do that because I haul heavy and I don't want to take a chance on a retread. And we are coming into the fall, so usually retreads come apart when it's hot, you know, hot summer days. So we'd probably be all right this year with a retread on it, but then we get to next summer and the thing would probably just come apart. So rather than deal with all that, I figured I would just buy a new tire. So they had Ironmans, they had double coins, and they had BF Goodrich. I think it was BF Goodrich. Cooper, they had Coopers. The Coopers were like $550 a tire, so I'm not gonna do that. The Ironmans were $420, and I think the double coins were around the same price, maybe like 10 bucks more. The problem with the double coins is that their tread depth was 30 seconds, and the tire I pulled off was at 25. So the Ironman tires are pretty much the same tire. It's same tread pattern as the one I took off, and the tread depth was the same, about 25. So she was kind of hinting that I should put 2 brand new tires on it, and I thought, well, I could put 2 new double coins on it, but then you're looking at $1,000, and this way it's pretty much the same as what came off of it, so 500 bucks for this one. But now I can actually go to work. so all that, you know, 3.5 hours, and I haven't even done anything yet. So I'm gonna head to the port. I will see you guys when we get there and get checked in. So we just arrived down here at the port. So as you can see, there's the port. So they go to lunch at 11:30 and they don't come back until 1 o'clock. So it's about 12:30 right now. So as soon as they get back, I will be able to get checked in, and then we'll be able to go and find this excavator and get it loaded up. Hopefully the rest of the day goes a little smoother than the first part, you know, with that flat tire, and gosh, not getting started until after lunch down here. We're going to try to get as far as we can. Hopefully I can get out of here at a decent time, maybe avoid some of the traffic coming out of Baltimore. Our route has us going back up 83, pretty much right past my house, and then up 322 up to 80 West. Cat is paying the permits on this, but I don't know if we would be able to take the turnpike because this thing's like 11 feet wide. And I think it's restricted on the turnpike, but I forget how wide it is. So we might be able to do that. We'll have to look into that. Otherwise, we're just going up to 80, and we'll just get as far as we can. Hopefully we'll be able to get there pretty early tomorrow and get this delivered and be able to get paid for it this week. But then it's looking like I'm just turning around and coming home tomorrow. Anyway, I will see you guys again once I'm checked in and we're out loading this Cat 325 up. Alright guys, we are in G30. So we gotta go find this excavator in row G, spot 30. I'm thinking it's one of those right over there, so let's go see if we can find one of those, see if it's ours, and get it out. So we are looking for 5724. Alright, that's us. Well, let's get broken down and get her loaded up. Cool thing is that I don't think it's 11 feet wide. Let's check that right now. We're at 10.5, which means I don't have to put my outriggers out, so that's good. So we got that loaded up and chained down. Sorry, it's not quite as detailed as I usually do when I load something, but I'm in a bit of a hurry today. I've already used up all of my on-duty hours, so anybody that doesn't know, the way truck drivers, they have to track their time. So you get 14 hours of work time in a day, but only 11 of those hours can be drive time. So you can work, you can drive up to 11 hours and then you can work after that. But if you work your 3 hours, 3 on-duty hours, and then drive, then you're limited to 11 hours of drive time. Plus, I'm limited to sunset, which I think is only 6 hours away anyway, right around there, 5.5. So the upshot of that is I got to get rolling so I can get some miles done today and get this thing delivered before lunch tomorrow. So let's hit it. Let's get off the port and get some miles done today. We are done for the day. I made it up onto 80 West. We got to Clearfield, PA, to a hotel up here. So we are about 131 miles from delivery in the morning. So we should be able to get over there. I think sunrise is around 7 o'clock. Should be able to get over there around 9 or 9:30 and get this delivered. And then I think I'm just turning around and deadheading home. I might even take the turnpike and get home a little faster so I can be done for the weekend. All right, so I'm going to be done for the day. I'm going to go get checked in and get a good night's sleep tonight. And then we will head west in the morning across 80. Should be a pretty sunrise in the morning. And then we will get this big old Cat 325 delivered. So I will see you guys in the morning. Hey, so as I'm rolling along this morning, it occurred to me that I didn't really do a walk around on this because we were in such a hurry to get going yesterday out of the port. So I figured I'd stop here and we could do that now. So we've got a Cat 325. So this thing weighs in, it's around 60,000 pounds. Right around 60,000 pounds. The broker had it listed at 62, I believe, but then we found specs online that had it anywhere from 55 to 60 to 63. So I think we're right around 60 based on my gauge pressures. So I'll give you guys a look. Try not to get hit by a truck here. There you go. Up in the cab, show you guys what one of these looks like, brand new. Ugh. So Cat has a pretty nice setup for the cabs. You can see it's got panoramic view. I didn't even know that was on. Got a little sunshade you can pull. It's got this you can pull down, kind of block out the sun there. I think all of these open up. Well, maybe not that one, but I know this whole front glass will come up. Pretty sure it hooks into there. So it's got storage back there and coat hooks. Little storage cubby back there. 12 volts. Yeah, pretty nice. And then of course, the newer Cat stuff, at least excavators, I don't know if it's all of it, but the newer stuff, there's not even a key. So this is your key here. You just turn this on and hit the start button and the thing fires up. So then you can see we got another 12-volt port, got an aux port, a USB, and then all your controls. This is your throttle. Comes with some tools, it looks like. Cup holder. Got your AC vents there. Yeah, all in all, I think this would be a pretty nice place to work. If you got to spend a day in here, that wouldn't be too bad. And I like the flat floor in this. It would be easy to keep clean. So here you guys go as a look at the interior. All right, so there you guys go. We got our new tire on here, our Iron Man. It's holding up all right. I think there's going to be a bit of awkward wear on those, because this tire is a good bit bigger than the inside one. It's actually a good bit bigger than the rest of them. But I figure I'd rather get some use out of both of those tires than have to replace them both. So this way I only had to replace one. I don't know, maybe that's the wrong thing to do, but I didn't feel like spending $1,000 when I could spend $500. But it's holding up real nice. I guess you could say, even though we had a nail in a tire, it didn't make our trip go flat. So even though we had to fix a tire, I guess you could say we didn't let it knock the wind out of us. Alright guys, we just arrived here at Ohio Cat in Girard. There are a couple trucks already dropped out in front of us that look like they're picking up equipment, so we're probably gonna have to wait until they are done till we can take our turn. I did want to say something about yesterday morning. You know, it started kind of rough, but I thought we handled it just right. I guess you could say we nailed it. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna go get my flags and stuff off, and I can probably unchain the boom and leave, you know, four binders on it. That way when we pull up, we'll be quick getting in and out of here. So that load is all done. We got that Cat 325 delivered. I hope you guys didn't get too tired of my jokes. I also hope that none of the jokes fell flat. All right, now that's enough. Anyway, we're all done, guys. So from here, I am headed back home for the weekend. Decent week this week. It'd been nice if we didn't have that flat tire and we could have gotten another load in, but I mean, sometimes that's the way it works. We'll try again next week, start on Monday. Hopefully we'll get something good. Until then, thank you for watching. This is Cliff with Hambleton Transportation from Girard, Ohio. I will see you guys out there on the road.